Okay, let's dive right into it. We're breaking down DoorDash's latest earnings report, and what's so fascinating is how their incredible success right now is funding some absolutely massive bets on the future. So here's what we're going to cover. We'll start with their stellar performance, then get into why they're reinvesting so heavily. And after that, we'll break down their three big bets: technology, new products, and of course, global expansion. First up, let's talk about the foundation for all these big moves. You've got to see the results from this past quarter because it shows just how strong their engine is roaring right now. So the main story here is acceleration. I mean, think about it. At their massive scale, DoorDash isn't just growing, it's actually growing faster. That is just an incredible feat, and it's the engine powering everything else we're going to talk about. Just look at this number, $25 billion. That was their marketplace gross order volume for just one quarter. That's a 25% jump from last year. And to be clear, that's the total value of everything flowing through their platform. It just goes to show you their core business is absolutely firing on all cylinders. And this table, it just beautifully illustrates the health of the business across the board. You've got a 21% jump in total orders, and look at that, a massive 41% increase in profitability. Every single key metric is up and to the right. It's really impressive stuff. So when you have an engine running this strong, what do? Well, if you're DoorDash, you reinvest. Let's take a look at their playbook for fueling all that future growth. DoorDash basically announced they're stepping on the gas. They're planning to invest hundreds of millions more next year than they even did this year. For them, this moment of strength isn't a time to coast. It's a chance to build an even bigger lead. And here's the crucial point. This isn't just about spending money. It's a really deliberate strategy, and it's guided by their CEO's philosophy, which is to constantly solve more problems for users. So every dollar is aimed at making the product better and expanding what DoorDash can actually do for you. Okay, now for their first huge bet. And this one is foundational. They are literally rebuilding their entire technology platform from the ground up to be global and, AI native from the start. CEO Tony Hsu basically asked this question himself. He admitted that if they were starting over today, they would, and I quote, write software pretty differently. So this huge investment, well, it's their answer to that question. It's a chance to rebuild for the future. And what's really interesting here is the shift. Think of it like this. Right now, they have 3 separate country roads to maintain. A new feature has to be built 3 different times for their 3 main platforms. In this new world, they're building one global superhighway. They build a feature once, and it ships everywhere, instantly. Way more efficient, right? The goals here are crystal clear. Ship new features faster everywhere, help developers work smarter with AI, and just create a more consistent experience across the globe. This whole move is designed to make them way more agile and innovative for years to come. All right, so with that new tech foundation being built, their second big bet is to dramatically expand their vision. We're talking way beyond just restaurant delivery. So they're rolling out this whole suite of fascinating new products, and each one is pushing the boundaries of what delivery can even be. You've got DashMart Fulfillment, which basically gives any local store an Amazon-like delivery service. Then there's DoorDash Dot, which is their move into robotics, creating custom autonomous vehicles for cities. And going out totally flips the script, helping you discover and book in-person dining experiences. Now, these aren't just random experiments. By handling fulfillment for retailers, building their own delivery robots, and even getting into restaurant reservations, they are putting together all the interlocking pieces they need to manage the entire ecosystem of local commerce. So you have to ask, right? What do all these new experiments and services really add up to? Where is all of this heading? Well, the ambition is pretty simple and pretty huge: to deliver anything and everything in your city on the same day. Doesn't matter if it's groceries, electronics, home improvement supplies, they want to be the single app you open to get anything locally delivered fast. And that brings us to the final piece of the puzzle, their third big bet. This is a massive move to consolidate their power in Europe through a truly game-changing acquisition. Yup, they've officially acquired Deliveroo, one of the biggest players in the European market, for a cool £2.8 billion. This single move just vastly expands their global footprint, basically overnight. And this acquisition instantly gives them incredible scale. Just look at these numbers. We're talking over 50 million monthly active users, partnerships with more than 1 million merchants, and a presence in over 40 countries. This is just a huge leap forward for their global ambitions. But you see, this isn't just about buying a competitor. It's about taking their successful playbook, the one they've used to improve product and efficiency, and applying it to a whole new continent. They really believe they can bring their operational expertise to make Deliveroo even more successful. So, if there's one thing to take away, it's this. DoorDash is using its incredibly powerful and profitable delivery business as a launchpad for its next stage of global dominance. It's funding huge, calculated bets that could really define their next decade. And that leaves us with a final thought. Are these the right bets? Will they not just lead, but completely define the future of how we all shop and eat locally? Well, only time's going to tell. But one thing's for sure, DoorDash is not waiting around to find out.